everyone, my name is Oluwatoye Faith Eniola. Welcome to Nastv Africa, where we manifest Africans' greatness. On today's episode, we'll be discussing on a very interesting topic, which is dealing with insecurities. So today it will be an interactive class because I won't be doing it alone. I have two of my colleagues here with me. Here is
Joyce and Shima.
Ajayi Olamide.
Welcome on today's episode. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad to have them here.
Thanks for having us.
And so I would actually love to ask BJ what he thinks about or what his take is on insecurities.
Okay, thank you, Anila. Insecurities, by my definition, is a sense of lack of confidence or a sense of anxiety with oneself, a sense of not being enough, a sense of not being. It could be in various things, in your skills, in your looks, in your relationships, the way you communicate to others. But insecurity is just a sense of not being enough and having that fear that I should not be here.
So Olamide Bagdo. So what do you think about insecurity?
Okay, insecurities, as the name implies, insecurities.
Yeah.
So it has to do with that feeling you have inside you. You get that, which that you might not always tell the whole world, you might not always show it to the world, but deep down, you have that fear, you have that it's like lack of confidence. You get, and it's caused by so many things around us. So I think we'll be discussing about that.
Definitely.
That's just generally what insecurity means.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And I'll just put this simple definition of insecurity. I also feel like insecurity is when you are open to threat or danger, like you are so conscious of the danger of this particular thing. Like me, I have fear of surgery because I am so open to that danger, like the dangerous aspects of surgery, the outcome, like I might die, I might lose blood, I might have brain damage, so like I'm so open to the danger and the threat of that particular surgery, you understand? So moving on, today we'll be talking about types of insecurities. So number one type of insecurities that I would love us to discuss about is physical insecurity. BJ, what do you think about what's your take on physical insecurity?
Okay, physical insecurities are insecurities about your looks, how you appear to people, how people perceive you, and it ranges from different kinds. It ranges like some people have insecurities about not being fit enough. Some people have insecurities about their weight. Some have about their stature. Some have about their just physical abilities. Basically.
Like maybe they're not pretty enough, Yeah.
So I feel like most physical insecurities it's very easy to physical insecurities is that insecurity that is easy to work on.
Yeah.
Easy to get over.
Actually, do you think it's easy to work on?
Yes, I think compared to other forms of insecurities, like maybe emotional insecurities, financial insecurities, mental insecurities, like
we'll talk about that later. Don't give them the hint. The next type of insecurity, I feel like he has actually explained about that physical insecurity, because most people feel like they're not pretty enough, like they are aging quickly, they care a lot about the validation people would like give about them, they care about people's opinion about them, so like they're actually very insecure about their physical look. So moving on, we're talking about you mentioned financial insecurity, so I actually love us to discuss about that. So Olamide, can you tell us about financial insecurities?
I think that's the fear of feeling that you might go broke soon, like maybe considering the money you have particularly, you can be like, before the end of this week you go red for me, I no go fee do some kind movement, so you can now start having that fear. Maybe by then you might not want to go out, even if you're outside you'll not be comfortable.
Exactly.
You might be with your guys and you be just and your mind is somewhere
else. You're just outside.
And like, what's up? You like, that's the fear of men. Either you are broke or you soon be broke, and you get, so that's it. So I won't say anyone is easier or harder, because when you're talking about physical being easy. I don't think it's actually easy, because I think I used to have this physical insecurity. I used to like have possibility. Do you get, like I used to look. I told myself that no, I wanted it. You can change it. Not if it's easy, but you can decide that. You can decide that. Okay, I want to work on it. Do you get? So me, at that point, I was like, I need to like change. I want to look good. Do you get? I want to look. So I started going to the gym. I started working out. and yeah, I saw the changes, and at least that aspect of me.
Now you're not insecure.
I'm not, yeah, so that part of me, I don't have that. Like,
Now you see why I call it that video bad though.
Yeah.
So moving on, we're talking about the next insecurity, and there is family insecurity. Actually, when we're discussing about this discussion of the camera, he actually mentioned the family insecurity. I'm like, well, actually, it's really true. Actually, so I want him to actually explain more of that family insecurity.
Okay, family insecurities, I think is a situation where you are not comfortable in your position in the family. Maybe you feel like your elder one or younger one is more loved than you are, or they pay more attention to this particular person, and then it maybe gives you like an attention deficit, and it grows into like a trauma that you deal with all your life. So family insecurities are other forms of family insecurities. Maybe where we have relationships where a man is like, I'm married, but my mom is still like my number one, and then the wife starts feeling insecure about her position in the man's life. So insecurities like these are examples of family insecurities. That
actually really happens a lot. So moving on, actually we'll be talking about relationship insecurity. Actually, this especially has happened to me. Let me just confess, it's happened to me before. I remember going on a date with a guy, and because of my insecurity about relationship, you understand, and we're supposed to go out to go and swim. Then getting there, I went to the dress room to change my clothes into a very more comfortable where I can like be able to swim very well. And then after changing, coming out, I met the guy talking to the waitress. Unknowingly to me, he was trying to make transfer, and then in my mind I saw him talking like, who is collecting this girl's number? Can you imagine? Oh, this and that. And I felt so insecure, and then I'm actually glad that I've actually really worked on it, but then that actually made me so insecure. And so many people, they might be with their friends, when they are with their boyfriend, they are really insecure about them having their other female friend around them because they are not insecure in their relationship. So moving on, we're talking about causes of insecurities. There are a lot of causes. I feel. What do you think? A lot of things that causes insecurity, right? So what's your like? What do you think? Number one thing that causes insecurity?
A few things I know that causes insecurity sometimes are like the lack of the ability when you're not able to express yourself very well, and then instead of just talking about what you're feeling, just bottle it and then let it work on you internally. And I feel like low self-esteem is another cause of insecurities. Not taking care of your physical health is cause of insecurity, because then you don't like the results you're seeing, and then you feel like, oh, so what's it like? And then you have doubts about yourself because of how you look physically, and these are things that you can work on. So the other causes of insecurities are like maybe improper communication. Like you said now, your boyfriend was talking to somebody just to make a transfer, and then
not my boyfriend.
Oh, okay. And then while making transfer, you assumed because there was no clear communication, so you assumed that
that was
so
probably
things like
trying to get number.
Cause insecurities.
So me, I feel like other causes of insecurities can be like standards set by society, maybe society standards and standards by other people. Like you now not trying to meet up. Like you get to certain places now, you feel you can't enter here. When we talk about financial insecurity, you feel like okay, you can't enter a particular place because those that are there are like ballers.
Like this Cubana, Cubana club.
Cubana
if you don't have iPhone 14, you don't have iPhone 12, you cannot enter into Cubana. Exactly. And Lagos, if you don't have the latest iPhone, if you look at your palm and it's not original, you cannot enter it.
So like standard now set by society is a very major role these days now set. So I would have to say about that.
Another thing I want to say is peer pressure. Peer pressure is a very, very important cause of insecurity. You have 15-year-old boys wanting to have things
to drive
to drive Range Rover, latest Range Rover,
And then when you don't have these things, you feel like you're not enough, or you're like. So peer pressure is one of the causes.
And would it be safe to also say social media too?
That's like the basic, especially for the teenagers. It's like the basic.
Because you might just be feeling normal right now. You just and be like,
oh my, this girl don't buy best.
You just better than me. At that point, you just start feeling pressure.
Just feel sad inside you, which is not good.
Which is not good.
So we're talking about solutions to insecurities. You know, actually, this is my best mood, like my best. How do I put
part
it?
of it, or
My best
I
part.
like talking about problems.
Yes, I like solutions because, you know, it's like, there's a solution to this thing, hooray, you know.
Okay.
So the solution, number one solution, I think, is self-love. Love yourself. You know, when you have this self-love, it will be very hard for people to tell you that, oh, you're not pretty. We're going to tell you you're not pretty. Hello, girl, I'm so pretty, I am wonderfully, I'm fearfully made, you know. And so what's your like number one? That's another solution.
Okay. So that your I love that your self-love. I think I'll just expand it on it. Now, like me now talking about society standards. So do you now, if you really love yourself, you set a standard for yourself.
Exactly.
Like you set a standard for
like
yourself.
you not follow the trend.
You not follow the
create
trend. Yeah. No matter where you stay, because whether you like it or not, if you perceive yourself, and when you go to our society, there will still be another standard waiting for you. So you have to know that you are good enough. Like you have that confidence in yourself. So anywhere you go, irrespective, regardless of who is there, you know you are. Like and then you blend in. At the moment you don't have that consciousness of this person feel intimidated, you just flow. And people they won't forget the fact that they just forget that part and just like so self-confidence, self-love are two major like importance of this stuff. Yeah.
Okay, one of the solutions to insecurities, I think, is taking care of your health. When I say taking care of your health, I mean taking care of your physical health, taking care of your mental health, taking responsibility for being the one that tells yourself what you can and cannot do, what you want and don't want. You don't let, like you said, don't let the standards work for you. And it's important to always talk to yourself. You should be. I'm sure if I ask you to name three of your friends now, you name 3 people, but you won't name yourself without realizing that you are your biggest friend.
Exactly, your biggest fan.
So you should intentionally take responsibility for your mental health, your physical health. You can go to the gym. There are so many ways you can work on yourself, your physical, to make your physical health better, to give you a better physique normally, and eat well. Don't live above your means, because things like financial insecurities especially comes when you want to do things that you know you cannot afford, but you are pressuring yourself on how to do these things. So I feel like you should live at your means. And don't pressure yourself.
Don't mount pressure on yourself.
That you will still get in the future.
You still get there. Life is in stages. So take it step by step.
I feel like you should surround yourself with people who are intentional about your mental health. People who don't talk down on your mental. People who build you up. People who are on the same mental frequency with you, and you know that you guys are all intentional about your growth.
So today that brings us to the end of our discussion. So and I hope we're able to impact you, you know, and help you with your insecurities and let you know that you're not alone, you know. And I'm really glad that our mission has been accomplished. So I would love you to subscribe to our channel, comment, like, because I really love reading the comments. Trust me, I'll be reading all your comments. Just please like and comment, and you know, you can also talk to us about your insecurity, and from there, you know, we can actually invite you, you know, to just come and, you know, tell us some things and how you overcome your insecurity. Thank you very much for always liking and watching us. Till next time.
Bye.